Hari Om sir, namaste. Panchajanya, the divine conch of Bhagwan Shri Krishna, which was blown during Kurukshetra, indicating the start of the Dharma Yuddha that followed. There, all the efforts were done for the establishment of Dharma. Dharma was kept over personal relations and motives. Keeping the same motive in mind, our organization will work towards establishing the importance and necessity of following and imbibing Bharatiya culture, accepting our roots and making people realize the true essence of Ayurveda, not only as a treatment modality but also as a path of life. All this while walking in the path of Dharma. Hence the motto Shreyam Bharatiyam Arogyam Ayurvedam. To achieve this, we have come up with 10 wings, and one of the 10 wing is Veda Vyasa wing, under which we are organizing notes and lecture series for third year students as of now. Today, we are pleased to have Dr. Sourabha Kokatnur sir, BMS, MD, PhD, Associate Professor, Department of Basic Principles of Ayurveda, PG, Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Hubli. Sir, since 2019, sir has working as assistant professor in Department of PG Studies in Basic Principles of Ayurveda and teaching UG scholars and guiding more than 6 PG studies. Sir has presented more than 23 scientific papers to international, national, peer-reviewed journals. Sir is also organizing secretary of Tadvidya Sambhasha international level intellectual meet for consecutive 3 years. Sir is founder of Tadvidya Sambhasha Parishad, a team of faculty addressing scholars all over the globe with Ayurvedic concepts and AAPGET coaching classes. Sir is founder of City Clinic Ayurveda and Panchakarma unit in multi-speciality allopathic hospital at Ubli City with state government recognition for Ayurvedic procedures. Sir has won Ayurveda Visharada Award winner for final year BMS. Sir has also got Best Teacher of Ayurveda Award by Ayurveda Teachers Association in 2017. Sir, we are pleased to have you with us today for the session. Now, I request you to take over the session, sir.
Thank you, Karthik, for wonderful introduction. Namaste to everyone. Ragadi Rogan Satatanu Shaktan Ashesha Kaya Prasadanna Sheshan Outsukya Mohan Ratidan Jaghan Yo Apurva Vaidyaya Namostu Tasmai Sahasraksham Gunadhisham Swagurum Cha Saraswatim Janakam Janayitrim Cha Shastrado Pranamanyaham Swastyastu Sadam Ashesha Sammangalani Bhavantu. On the platform of Panchajanya, the web series has been organized since few years, and I am associated with your team since last year. So I am very fortunate to be associated with such an organization wherein which is helping the students of Ayurveda to clear their examinations of the university with utmost dedication without any reward out of it, except the thanks we don't wish to have anything, and it's our duty being a teacher to emphasize, throw a light, and help students to score good during their examination schedules. With this, I have been asked to discuss the chapters from 13th, that is Udara Chikitsita, till 20th. So, in this 8 chapters, what are important questions which are routinely asked that I am supposed to talk to you? And I shall try to uh, give utmost important concepts, just a highlight that you are supposed to read this, and with this information you may score well. So that way I shall try to cover up the chapters given in this. So you can do one thing: keep your samhita in front of you, take a pencil or a pen, as well keep a paper with you. Important verses from the chapter you can mark as important, and you must by heart the shlokas. If not, you must know the complete meaning without any gap, as it is said, yathavat, the meaning of the verse. Even both can work up, but always uh, replica of shlokas on your answer booklet triggers the evaluator's mind to be inclined towards you and your betterment. So what I feel is it's better you write shlokas, you by heart the shlokas and write in your answer booklets. So from 13th chapter, that is Udara Chikitsa, the Samanya Samprapti is quite important. Samanya Samprapti is very, very important. Uh, Karthik, can you see the screen?
Sir, no, not yet.
Is it? Now,
No, sir, it's still not visible.
what should I do? I should go to Chrome
Sir,
tab
you
or
should tap on. You should go to Chrome tab, sir. Like where you
now?
have joined, no, sir. In that you have to go to present screen. Yes, sir. Now it came.
Done. Fine. I have just used this online e-samhita just to give you a clear-cut vision regarding what is important. So, from Udara Chikitsa, Samanya Samprapti has been explained, that is quite important. Agnidoshan Manushyanam Rogasanga Pruthagvida. So, for Udara, Grahani and Atisar. Agni is prime. Roga sarve pi mandagno. People keep saying ki mandagni is the cause for all rogas. No. Roga sarve pi mandagno. We cut short there and we don't read the further. Sutaram udaranicha is explained. Sutaram is among given diseases. Agni Mande is definitely a cause. But prime cause for Udara Chikitsa is Agnivandya. So that is what is the highlighting factor of Mandagni. So you should remember this. And Agni Doshan Manushyana, based on that only, Roga Sangha Prathagvida, different types of Vyadhi are seen. So Samanya Samprapti you must explain. In that, Malavruddhya Pravartante Visheshena Udaranitu. So Udarroga Prathama Nidana, with which Udarroga occurs is Malavruddhi. So Malavruddhi is not only Purisha Vruddhi. Malavruddhi means Vata. Mala here includes dosha. So dosha Vruddhi along with that Sthula Mala. That is Purisha Vruddhi. You can see in Chakrapani's comment that Malaha Vatadayaha Purishadayaha Cha. So you can see. So you must understand the importance of the word Mala, and based on that you must explain. So these are the criteria where they actually help you out in getting good scores, because Malavruddhya, if you can mention Malavruddhya iti doshadayaha vruddhyaha purishadayaha cha vruddhyaha mandagno. So Mandagni is the second cause. Due to dosha vruddhi, purisha vruddhi, there will be mandagni, and due to mandagni, there will be dosha sanchaya. Already dosha sanchaya has been taking place. Due to that dosha sanchaya, agni is getting hampered, and hampered agni again further causes dosha sanchaya. And this sanchita dosha triggers pranan nyapanan sandushya marga udhva adhottaran Adha and Urdhva Marga both get hampered. Tvat Sangam Sa Antarmagnyah. I'll call you in 10 minutes. Okay. So, Kukshim Admapayan Bhrisham. So it enters into the Kukshi and there will be Admana. Janayat Tudaram Tasya Hetum Shrunasa Lakshanam. So this is Samanya Samprapti. You must explain brief that how Udar Roga occurs. Udar Roga occurs because of Malavriddhi. That is, Mala includes Vatadi, Purishadi. That again, the second cause is Agni Mandya, causing again Dosha Sanchaya, that leading to Vikriti in Prana, Apana and Samana, causing Marga Urdhvam Adhottaran. So Adha and Urdhva Marga getting hampered. That is, Mukha and Guda Pradesha Sthita doshas get hampered. That leading to Sangam, Antaramam, Kukshim, Admapayan, Rishan. That leads to, when it is in circulation, it leads to Admana in the Kukshi Pradesha, and that leads to Janayat Udaram Tesham. So that particular pathology tends towards the manifestation of Udara Roga. So this brief, when you explain, that indicates that you know something. So further, what is Hetu? So before going further, you must know what is Hetu. Hetu you have to explain. Don't be under the impression that you might have read some textbooks where for Udara Roga, again Nidana Sevana, Agni Mandya, Dosha Dushti, lodging in Udara and causing Udara. No, don't write such silly answers. You have to be very, very specific. For Udara Roga, what is specific Nidana which is explained? So it is Atyushna Lavana Kshara Vidahi Amla Ityadi Pitta Prakopaka Ahara Mithya Sansarjanat Kukshihi Viruddha Ashuchi Bhojanat Viruddhahara Ashuchi Bhojana, that leading to Pliha Arsho Grahani Dosha Ityadi already existing Vyadhis, or secondary to the manifestation of these Vyadhis, secondary to the consumption of these Nidana, causing Srotasam Dushanat Amat Sankszobhadi Apuranat. So that causing Sroto Vaigunya and leading to Udarani Upajayante Mandagninam Visheshataha. So it is included that these ahara leading to dosha vikriti and causing vyadhi. Second hetu, what they are explained, they have explained few already existing vyadhi. That vyadhita, if he consumes atyushna lavana kshira and mithya ahara, ruksha ahara, viruddha bhojana and all, that will also lead to manifestation of dosha vikriti, causing udara. Especially udara is caused due to mandagni. So this way your udara chikitsa, if the question comes that explain in detail about udara chikitsa in the 11 marks question, sorry 10 marks question, then you have to answer starting from what do you mean by udara, then explain nidana, explain samanya samprapti, and further you have to go ahead with Purva Rupa and Rupa. So Udara Purva Rupa are very, very important. You must mention, if you know Shloka, it's very good. If not, at least you must mention what is Purva Rupa of Udara. Udara Purva Rupa is Kshunnasha. Kshunnasha is Kshudhanasha, Swada, Snigdha, Guruvanna, Pachate, Charat. So these ahara getting digested, delayed digestion of these gunatmaka ahara. So all these things you have to explain, and further you have to go for rupa. This is about purupa, and then comes rupa of the udara roga. Then then there will be Vishesha Samprapti, which is explained for Udara Chikitsa. So this verse is very important. Please mark this verse as very important. Vridhva Svedambu Vahini Doshaha Srotamsi Sanchitaha Pranan Yagnip Apanan Sandushya Janayan Tyudaram Nranam Shukukshehe Adhnana Atopaha Shofaha Padakarasya Cha Mando Agnihi Shlakshna Gandatvam Karsham Cha Udara Lakshanam पृथक् दोषैः समस्तैश्च प्लीहा बद्ध क्षतोदकैः सम्भवत्युदराणि अष्टौ तेषां लिङ्गं पृथक् शृणु. 8 types of udara which are occurring due to various pathologies. So samanya samprapti they explained that there will be malavruddhi causing srotovaigunya, causing dosha dushti and prakopa and sanchaya of the dosha leading to udara vyadhi and mandagni. Now what they say, due to those nidana which are explained in the previous verses, they tend to cause the prakopa of dosha. This dosha, when it is prakupita, causes sroto avarodha kukshehe admanam. So there will be admana causing vruddhva swedambuvahini. Swedavah srotas and ambuvah srotas. They are basically involved in the manifestation of udara. So people think that udara means we must look after only rasava srotas. No, what srotas involved basically is swedavah srotas as well as ambuvah srotas. And that is why you give Mutrala Dravya, Nitya Virechana is explained in Udara Chikitsa, correct? So, the Sweda Ambuvahini causing Vikriti leading to Agni Sandokshana, Agni Nasha. When Agni Nasha takes place, the Jala Dhatu, which is consumed from the Ahara and which is there in the body, doesn't get under the process of Jirana Kriya and it is not thrown out and it is collected. And when the dosha are doing sanchara, they bring back these jaladhatu from Swedavaha Srotas and Jalavaha, that is Ambuvah Srotas. They bring the Jaliya Ghataka to Udara and causing Shofa, Kukshehe, Admana, Athofa, Shopaha, Pada Karasyacha. There will be Pada Shota, Hasta Shota. So the person looks as if the arm and forearm are the foreleg and thighs are very very thinned out, but abdomen, the wrist and the fingers and the pada, that is below the ankle and face, it appears very very puffy. So this is the vishesha samprapti of udara roga. So you have to explain this in a very brief way, very precise way, with covering every aspect. Every aspect must be covered. Okay, so this is very very important. Then comes what about that is, you have to explain about the different types of udara and their vishesh samprapti has been explained. That you please go through all 8 types of udara has to be explained in detail. Vatodara, pittodara, kaphodara, and so on. Jalodara, yakrutodara, yakrutdalyodara, everything should be explained in detail. Then comes about your udara upadrava. Upadrava has to be explained very very precisely. Without explaining upadrava, the what you call udara roga doesn't get completed. So upadrava you have to brief. In that you must include chardi, atisara, tamakashvasa, trishna, shwasa, kasa, hikka, daurbalya, parshvashula, aruchi, swarabheda, mutrasanga ityadi. Due to there is mutrasanga in udara roga, the chikitsa of udara roga begins with mutrala dravya. We want rechana, adhoga rechanam, na kevala mala rechana, even mutra rechana is indicated. Then there will be a separate question wherein they may ask you in such a way that brief the samanya samprapti of udara and explain in detail about jalodara. Then you have to explain jalodara completely. Complete jalodara must be explained, which is 8th type of udara roga. I'll just show you the verse if I can click immediately. Yeah. So this is the Vishesha Samprapti of Jalodara. Etat Udakadarom Vidyat. Udakodaram iti Vidyat. So these explanations. Sneha pītasya mandagno kshinasya atikrishasya va atyambupananyashtau agnau marutau klomni samsthitaha. So kloma is also included. Sneha pītasya mande agni. The snehapana who is taking without getting agni chikitsita or agni getting corrected, if the person is undergoing snehapana, that also causes suroto avarodha and leading to udara. Vardhayetam tadevambuhu swasthana dudarayatau. So basically, the agni which is there in the udara pradesha, if not getting capable of digesting the individual's ahara or dhatu poshana and paka vidhi, then that happens, that there it leads to the accumulation of jalaghataka in the udarasthana itself, and that leads to vruddhi of jala in the udara pradesha, causing jalodara. So this is the important concept from udara chikitsa. So you should explain a little about sadhya sadhyata, wherein if which udara are sadhya and which udara are asadhya. You must explain in brief about all this. So in that you must include bahudosha avastha of udara is asadhya, alpadosha avastha of udara is sadhya and all, and krichra sadhya udara should be explained. Shunakshi and all has to be narrated very beautifully. Then Ajata Udaka Lakshana has been explained, verse number 55 onwards. It is better you know these are what you call, these are like something like uh, triggering questions, usually asked in Viva or 2 marks questions. So Ajata Udara means what? Sashabdam Nabhirik Na Atibharikam Sada Gudugudayach Sirajalakshi Shirajala Gavakshitam. So all these important terminologies you should know. So Sada Gudugudayana Sashabda Na Atibharika etc. This particular concept you should know. It can be asked for very short answers. Okay. After this, Udara Chikitsa should be explained. So individually, dosha chikitsa has been the type of udara roga and its chikitsa has been explained. And samanya udara chikitsa you should know, and tridoshaja udara becomes difficult for the chikitsa. Now coming to the Aushadha Yoga, which are asked usually for short answers or for what you call 5 marks questions. Such Aushadha Yoga, you please note down. Nagaradigrata is quite generally asked in short answer type of question. Panchakola Ghrata, you should know what is Panchakola Ghrata. That is Ghrata Prayoga. How Ghrata Prayoga is done in Udara Roga, that you should know. Dugdha Prayoga in Udara, you should know. And some Aushadha Yogas you should know in detail. So Chitrakadigrata, Nagaradigrata and Panchakolaghrata are very usually asked questions. Then Virechana in Udararoga, that is shloka number 118. Ebhis Snigdhaya Sanjate Bale Shante Chamarute Sraste Doshashaye Dadyat Kalpadishtam Virechanam. So why Nitya Virechana is explained for Udara, that you should explain. That is very important. Narayana Churna and its ingredients and its Falashruti you should know. Then importance of Snuhi Kshira Ghrata is sometimes asked, and uh, what you can call for 2 marks question, such as what type of Yavagu is given in Udaroga, and what type of Malabadhata, in case of Malabadhata, what is your line of management. Such questions are asked for uh, 2 marks questions, sorry, 3 marks questions. So this is about Udara Chikitsa. At the end, there is a reference for Shalya karma in Udara or Shalya Chikitsa utility in Udara Roga. That is verse number 185 onwards. So, idam tu shalyahartrunam karmasya drashtakarmanam vamam kukshim mapayitva nabhyadash chaturangulam. So, where you should do shalya karma or shastra karma, that has been explained. So, you should know in brief, and about kshira prayoga, importance of kshira prayoga in case of udara roga, you should know in brief about uh, the importance given for Nitya Kshira Sevana. Kshira is Purnahara in case of Udara Vyadhita. We'll move to next chapter. Karthik, I hope this much explanation is enough for you.
Yes, sir.
Next is,
Yes, sir.
next is
This is what we hoped for, sir.
okay, fine, fine. So next is
Yes,
about
sir.
if I am very slow, please let me know. I shall take 10 minutes for each chapter. Okay.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Then
The
first,
speed is completely okay, sir. Yeah.
fine, fine. Next is the 14th chapter, that is Arsha Chikitsa. Arsha is very commonly asked chapter or given importance in case of examination as well as in case of Viva Voce. So, generally, there are questions which are going towards Sravi Arsha and uh, Shushka Arsha. Those two types of Arsha related questions are usually asked, and Arsha Grahani Atisara. So they all need Takra Prayoga in all these three. So importance of that has to be explained. Now in Arsha, initially you should know what is Arsha. Arsha means Arivat. Ari is the enemy. Arsha is he is giving pain like enemy. That is called Arsha. So from Arsha Chikitsa, you must know about the Bheda, that is Sahaja Arsha, and the other one, that is Jatottara Arsha. The Sahaja Arsha is from the Nidana Sevana, Dosha Dushti according to the age, and Nidana, that what Arsha comes, that is Sahaja Arsha. So Ityadi. So these Arsha Bheda, after knowing the Arsha Bheda, you should know about Adhisthana of Arsha, where all Arsha can occur. So that should be very much known. People think Arsha Chikitsa means it is only to the Guda Arsha. No, Arsha can be seen at various places. I'll show you the verse number 6. So Arsha Sarvesham cha Arshasam Kshetram Gudasya. So initially Guda has been explained, but Arsha Sthana are not only Guda. So apart from Guda, it can be seen in Shishna, that is male genital organ, Shishna, Apatyapatha, Yonyarsha, cervical, Gala, throat, you can see, Talu, Mukha, Nasika, Karna, Netravartma, Tvacha, etc. So these are all different locations of Arsha, which is usually asked for 3 marks question. That is for short answer. So this that is about Arsha Adhishtan. Next is about Sahaja Arsha Akriti related questions are usually asked. So you should know how they are appearing. So you should explain the appearance of Sahaja Arsha. That is, some few are Hrasva, few are Dirgha, few are Sthula. That all you should explain. कानिचित् अणूनि कानिचित् महन्ति कानिचित् दीर्घाणि कानिचित् ह्रस्वानि कानिचित् वृत्तानि इत्यादि इत्यादि. So these are the shape of Arsha. You should explain in detail about all this usually asked. And when Arsha as a general is, if it is asked for 5 marks, then you must explain uh, types of Arsha. What is Arsha? Types of Arsha and Arsha Adhisthana, Arsha Akriti should be explain about Sahajarshi. So this is about the brief about Arsha. Further important concepts from Arsha are what are Lakshana of Arsha, Sravi Arsha, and Shushkarsha should be explained. So after this, the Jatottara Arsha is also very important, wherein involvement of dosha has been explained and how dosha causes the vikriti in the manifestation of Arsha Roga has to be addressed very well. So, what are the Lakshana of Jatottara Arsha and all should be explained. Then comes about different Chikitsa Vidhi in case of Arsha uh, should be explained, and you should brief about Sadhya Sadhyata of Arsha, such as involvement of all three doshas becomes a sadhya, that all is quite common. What is important that you should explain in a brief way. So after knowing that, Arsha Chikitsa related different discussions have been explained from verse 33 to 37 that you should know and you should brief about everything. Then comes about Shushkarsha. What is Shushkarsha? Shushkarsha is dry. Ardhararsha is Sravi. Ardhararsha, the other name is Sravi Arsha also. Shushkarsha is there is no bleeding which is complained by the patient, but Sravi Arsha is one where bleeding is all the time seen. So Shushkarsha, Sravi Arsha should be explained in detail, and the Chikitsa related to both of them should be explained in brief. Then comes the importance of Takrarishta, very frequently asked question. Please read carefully about the Takrarishta. It is the reference from Arsha Chikitsa. So Takrarishta importance should be explained. Iti Takrarishtaha. So this you should know the ingredients of Takrarishta, and usually the same question is asked for Vaivavos. Okay, so how Takrarishta helps in mitigating Arsha Roga, that you should brief in detail. दीपना रेचनं वर्ण्यं कफवातानुलोमनं गुदश्वयतु कुड्वर्ति नाशनं बलवर्धनम् इति तक्रारिष्ट. This is falashruti of takrarishta that you should know in detail. Then Takra Prayoga Vidhi, importance of Nitya Takra Sevana in Arsha, Grahani, and Atisara should be explained in brief. Then comes about which all Peya should be given, Yavagu Yusha should be given in Arsha Roga. The important Ghrita Yoga in Arsha is about Pipalyadi Ghrita. Pipalyadi Ghrita is usually asked question. Then importance of Anuvasana Vasti in case of Arsha, that is particularly Shushka Arsha. So, Anuvasana is Snigdha Karaka. The indication will be definitely Shushka Arsha only. So, in case of Shushka Arsha, what all type of Anuvasana Vasti Yoga you can make use, that should be explained. Next comes about Abhayarishta, very commonly asked. Takrarishta, Abhayarishta, and Nitya Takra Prayoga has to be addressed in case of Arsha Roga. So for Takrarishta, the verse is sorry, Abhayarishta verse starts from 138 onwards to a very big list is there for Takrarishta. Okay, so need not by heart everything for Abhayarishta, sorry. So how the Abhayarishta is helpful in mitigating Arsha Roga along with Arsha, what all conditions that can be utilized, that should be briefed for short answer. Then comes about Guda Prakshalana in Arsha and all, they are usually Vaiva related questions. Then comes uh, Kutajadi Rasakriya, very important formulation which is asked in examination as well as for Viva verse. Verse starts from 185 onwards. So this is very important. Kutajadi Rasakriya. So please know what is the utility of Kutaja Sakriya when you are reading. You must have this type of questions are they are called they comes under a category called nice to know and desirable to know type of questions. So they are not routinely asked, but just to make the question paper a little competent, sometimes such questions are chosen from such component, that is nice to know and desirable to know type of question. So you should know this. Next is about the chapter that is Grahani Dosha Chikitsa. Very, very important chapter from Chikitsa Sthana. In Chikitsa Sthana, few chapters are very important, such as Rasayana Karna, then comes Jwara, then Prameha, then comes Raja Yakshma, then comes Grahani. Grahani is one more very, very important chapter which you should know in detail. So in the beginning, so Grahani, how what is Grahani, how the Grahani is narrated, that all has been explained. I don't know why it is showing. Yeah, this verse is very important. You must by heart. Ayur varano balaswastham उत्साहोपचयो प्रभो ओजस तेजो अग्नयः प्राणश्चोक्ता देहाग्नि हेतुकाः शान्ते अग्नौ म्रियते युक्ते चिरं जीवत्यनामयः रोगी स्याद् विकृते मूलम् अग्निम् अग्निस्थम् Agnihi Tasman Niruchate. So this verse is very, very important. You must by heart, and it is giving the importance of Agni in case of Grahani. Grahani dosha chikitsa is nothing but Agni dosha chikitsa itself. So you should know about this verse. Then comes about Idannam Dehadhatvojo Balavarnadi Poshakam. This is how Anna is important and how Agni is important. That verse you should know this verse too. Then comes this is very important. This verse number 6 onwards, very important and causing lot many questions, twisted questions can be seen from this. This is about avasthapak also. This is how paka vidhi or jirna vidhi takes place inside the deha, that also. And it's more of physiology related aspect. So before briefing about the grahani, if questions are for 5 marks or if it is for long essay, then it is your duty that without loss you must brief about these three verses in very short line. How dosha help in digestion or in the jirna vidhi, and what is the simile given. Drishtanta is yatha sthalyam odanayambu tandulam. So this keeping this as a brief or a base, you should explain very shortly in case of grahani related questions. Then this is about avasthapaka annasya bhuktamatrasya षड्रसस्य प्रपाकतः मधुराद्यात् कफो भावात् तेन भूतम् उदीर्यते. So this is about avasthapaka that you should know in detail, and you should be able to comment on this particularly for grahani dosha chikitsa. Then comes about uh, धातु निर्माण विधि. How Panchamahabhuta are explaining how Panchamahabhuta are getting immersed or they are getting nourished with the ahara that has been explained in the previous verse. Saptavid deha dhataro dhatavo dvividham punaha yathaswam agnibhit pakam yanti kishta prasadat. 7 types of dhatu rasadi you know. The second one dvidhatu is kitta dhatu and prasada dhatu. That has to be brief. So how portion of sapta dhatu takes place, that you should explain. Prasad raktam tato mausam. all three nyayas come in this particular verse that you should know. And you need not explain nyaya, but you should write the name of nyaya in case of dhatu poshana kriya. So usually the questions are asked for 5 marks or short type of answers. So in Grahani Dosha, very important concepts comes in the initial verses of the chapter. Then comes about what are Kitta, Kittam, Annasya Vinmutram. So Anna Kitta Bhaga and Dhatu Kitta Bhaga should be explained. Dhatu Mala and Annamala should be known to you. It is usually for short answers. Okay. Then comes about uh, the concept like paribhramana of rasa, that is rasa sanchara, has been explained from the verse 36 onwards. So vyanena rasadhaturhi vikshepojita karmana yugapat sarvatojasram dehe vikshipyate sada. So how rasadhatu circulates all over the body, and whether the dhatu is what you call Shuddha or Ashuddha, that is Dosha Yukta Rasadhatu or Shuddha Rasadhatu, irrespective, it should be in the circulation. If it gets stagnant anywhere, then it causes Karoti Vikritim Tatra Khe Varshamiva Toyadaha. This is very important simile which is given. That whether Rasadhatu is Prakrita or Vaikrita, that is immaterial. That is secondary cause. What simile they give is K is Akash. When the Akasha is full of clouds, and if the clouds are in motion, that is, if the clouds are moving, then what you say? There is no rain. The rain is not expected because the clouds are under motion. If the cloud don't move and they are stagnant at somewhere, then definitely there will be raining. That explanation has been given and taken for Rasadhatu leading to various Vikriti manifestation. If Rasadhatu is circulating all over the body without any hampering, then even if the Rasadhatu is affected with the dosha, Vikrita dosha and all, that will not create any Vyadhi. If it is getting stagnant, even if it is Shuddha, here Vikshepa Uchita Karmanam iti Uchitam iti prakritam karmam yasya vikshepa uchita karma. Here it is there in the Chakrapani's Tika. So you should know uchita karmana means prakrita karma. So if the rasadhatu, even if it is shuddha, properly formed, and if it is getting stagnant, then that causes vikriti. This concept is very, very important from Grahani Dosha Chikitsa. Then comes about Ajirna Hetu and Ajirna Samprapti, Ajirna Samanya Lakshana and all you can read out. Then Mandagni Karya, how Mandagni is leading to various Vyadhi manifestation should be known. Then comes about Grahani Dosha Bheda. Grahani is of 4 types: Vataja, Pittaja, Kafaja and Sannipataja. All those individual Grahani Dosha you should know. And what is Chikitsa for Grahani Dosha? Grahani Dosha Chikitsa, basically it is involving correction of Agni only. So if it is Vataja Grahani, then Agni Sandukshana should be done with Ghrata Adi Yoga. So Ghrata Prayoga, Niruha Basti, Virechana Ityadi should be known. Then the important yogas from Grahani Dosh Chikitsa, the Shumula Adhyakarta is very, very important. Second one is Trayushanadi Grata and Trayushanadi Vati are explained for Grahani Dosha. Then Chitrakadi Vati, Marichadi Churnam. You should know all these drugs from Grahani Dosha. There is one more Takrarishta which is explained in Grahani Dosha. This has what is the difference between the Takrarishta which is explained in Udara Roga, sorry, Arsha Roga, and Grahani Roga should be very well known to you. So that please give more stress on this. Then Vachadi Churna is very important yoga. Bhunimbadi Churna is also an important one. Then comes Madhukasava. In Prameha, you have come across with Mrudvikasava and Madhvarishta has been explained in Prameha Chikitsa. In Grahani Dosha Chikitsa, there is important formulation called Madhuka Asava. So this is very what you can call confusing type of yoga which is asked. So if you mention whichever the Grahani Dosha Chikitsa related question comes and yoga if they have asked, and if you can mention such unique formulations from the reference, then that carries weightage in the answers. Then comes about Madhvarishta. Madhuka Sava and Madhvarishta from Grahani that you should explain. Kshara Gudika Prayoga and Panchakshara Prayoga should be explained, or you should know uh, about those Ghataka Dravyas. Then Agni and Bhojana related charcha has been given that you should know can be asked for Viva vows, may not be even asked for examination vows. So, how Adhyashana, Anashana, Pramitashana causing various Vikritis that you should know. All this Samanya Chikitsa Sutra you should by heart. I am not giving more stress on those, particularly for Samanya Chikitsa Siddhanta or Samanya Chikitsa Sutras. Please understand on your own and know about them. Then comes about Panduroga Chikitsa. Again, important chapter from Chikitsa Sthana, Pandu, and lot many questions are asked. This you should know that I don't know why it is taking me directly to verse numbers. So in Panduroga Chikitsa, Smrtaha Panchaha. How many types of Pandu and what are they? You should know the classification. And Samanya Nidana of Panduroga Dosha Pitta Prathanastu Yasya Kupyanti Dhatushu Shaitilyam Tasya Dhatuna Gauravam Cha Upajayate. So this is the Samanya Nidana for Panduroga and Samanya Samprapti, how Pitta Pradhana Panduroga leads to Pandutva in the Deha that has been noted. So you should know Samanya Samprapti of Panduroga. After that, you should know what is Samanya Lakshana of Panduroga, Vishesha Lakshana individually Vataja, Pittaja, Kafaja, Sannipataja and Madhvankshajanya Pandu. You should know the Lakshana and their Vishesha Samprapti. And further, at the last, after knowing about Panduroga, you should know how Panduroga will leads to manifestation of कामला व्याधि पांडुरोगी तुयोत्यर्थम पित्तलानि निषेवते तस्य पित्तम असरंग मांसम दग्ध्वा रोगाय कल्पते. So this is very very important samprapti of kamala which is caused secondary to pandutva. So kamala you should know what are the lakshana that has been explained in this, and what is kamala. Kamala means कामा न लाती इति कामला शाखाश्रित कामला कोष्ठाश्रित कामला कोष्ठ शाखाश्रित कामला you should know, and its asadhya lakshana, in which condition the kamala becomes asadhya, that all you should know. Then comes about samanya chikitsa of panduroga and kamala roga, how virechana is helpful in kamala should be explained quite uh, neatly. So that gives a good weightage for your answer. Then comes about Dadimadhikrita as a yoga you should know very well about Dadimadhikrita. Then about what you can call is uh, how Shodhana Kriya helps in Pandaroga Chikitsa as well as in Kamala. Importance of Navaya Sachurna. 3 marks question, very routinely asked. And Mandura Vatakam, Prathama and Dvitiya and all are there. Punarnava Mandura, which is very, very routinely used. So you should know about these yogas. Then Kamalahara Yoga Dhatryaadiloham, Dhatriloham are very, very important. Bija Karishta. So some Asava Arishta yogas, if they are asked for by Babos, you should explain about what is Bija Karishta. So these are usually for Viva. Dhanyarishta is routinely asked for short answer type of question. So know about Dhanyarishta. Then comes about Shakashrita Kamala, what is the Patya, what is Patya in Koshtashrita Kamala, and Upadrava of Kamala. That is verse number 132 onwards. Sorry. So yada tu pandor varnaha syad ityadi causing halimakadi vyadhis. So these you should know what is the meaning of halimaka, kumbhakamala and all, and you should explain the importance from Charaka Samhita background. So halimaka chikitsa and halimaka roga you should be knowing very well. So that is about Pandu and Kamala. Next comes about Hikashwasa Chikitsa. So Hikashwasa is again what you call quite important chapter from. So in the beginning, various questions have been asked by Agnivesha in Hikka, in the manifestation of Hikka, how Hikka comes and why Hikka is similar to that of Shwasa Tulya, and how the Chikitsa of Hikka is that similar to that of Shwasa Chikitsa. Hikayas Tulya Maushadam has been explained in the later verses. So you should know the importance and Bheda of Hikka and Shwasa along with their Lakshana. You should be knowing very well, which is explained in Sutrasthana also. If you remember, you must not, if you remember, you must remember even the explanations from Maharoga, Dhyaya, Ashtodariya, and you should brief about all those Vyadhi or the sub classifications. Then comes about Mahahikka, then Gambhira Hikka, Vyapeta Hikka ityadi, their Lakshana and Samanya Samprapti, they are usually asked. The routinely asked types of Hikka, if particularly they have asked, Maha Hikka have been routinely asked, Annaja Hikka has been routinely asked. So you should give more stress on these particular concepts, and Mahashwasa, Chinnashwasa, Urdhva etc. have been explained. Kanthe Bhurguratvam. If Kanthe Bhurguratvam is present, that is called Arishta Lakshana by Indriya Sthana. So, those special features in case of Shvasadhikara, you should be knowing very well. So, this is about the way, the different types of Hika and Shwasa, and its Samanya Chikitsa should be explained or it should be known to you in brief, and how you are going to do Chikitsa for Hikka and Shwasa Vyadhi. What is Upadrava should be known to you, and various Chikitsa Yoga have been explained in case of Hikka and Shwasa Chikitsa. That is, the basic importance is Yavagu preparations in case of Shwasa, uh, and what you can call Hingvadi Churnam. Hingvadi Churnam is routinely asked question in case of Shwasa and Hikka Adhikara. Then, the yogas such as what you can call Manashiladighratam. So Hingvadi Churna and Manashiladighratam are two unique combinations or formulations in case of Hikka and Shwasa Chikitsitam. Next comes the chapter that is Kasa Chikitsitam. Again, a very important chapter, that is Kasa Chikitsa Adhyaya. So, in Kasa Chikitsa, you should know how Kasa has been divided into various types. Those classification you should be knowing, and what all the Samanya Pura Rupa of Kasa, that is Shuka Purna Gala Sparsha and Kandu in the Gala and Mandajwara and all, you should be knowing. And you should know the sequence of manifestation of Kasa and Shwasa. Pratishaya Dhrate Kasam, Kasa Shwasa Prajayate has been explained by Sushruta. And he says Pratishaya, if not treated well, leads to kasa, and if kasa is not treated well, that leads to shwasa vyadhi. So you should know all these sequence from various authors, but this being Charaka Samhita particular paper, you cannot write in detail about other granthas, but briefly you can write in between one line, you can explain about such various explanations. So, after knowing Samanya Lakshana, Vishishta Lakshana, and types of Kasa and its Nidana, Samprapti, and Lakshana should be explained, and Sadhya Sadhyata of Kasa should be explained, and there is different yoga or Samanya Chikitsa Siddhanta, which is Kasine Chardanam Dadhyat Swarabhange cha Buddhiman Vatashleishmaharayuruktam Kamaketu Virechanam. I'll call you. I'll call you. Done. Okay. So Pippalyadhikritam, Trayushanadhikritam are very, very important yogas in case of Kasa Chikitsa. Then Chitrakadi Avaleha, Agastya Haritaki Avaleha are also important formulations. Dhumapana Prayoga in Kasa is again a very routinely asked question. A very important one is Kasa Bheshaja Sangraha. Please give more stress in the understanding and knowing about this, that is Kasa Bheshaja Sangraha. Just a minute. That is verse number is, yeah, verse number 190. Very, very important routinely asked question. Verse number 190. भोज्यं पानानि सर्पीषि लेहाश्च सहपानकैः क्षीरं सर्पिगुडाधूमा काशभैषज्य संग्रहः. Very, very important verse. You must by heart this, and what all included in Kasachikitsa. That is, Bheshaja is Aushadha. How different formulations and different mode of administration has been utilized in Kasachikitsa. That is the question for this, and you should be knowing well about this, particularly Kasa Bheshaja Sangraha. So this is about Kasa Chikitsa. Then comes the next chapter, that is Atisara Chikitsitam. So in case of Atisara Chikitsa, you should know about uh, what you call is Samanya Nidana and Samprapti of Atisara, then different special Vishesha Nidana and Lakshana Samprapti of Atisara, that is Vataja, Pittaja, Kavaja, Sannipataja, and Raktatisara and all. You should be knowing very well. And what all Puru Rupa and Rupa of Atisara and Chikitsa of Atisara, Samanya Chikitsa, Vishesh Chikitsa should be briefly explained, and you should know how the Atisara Mukta Lakshana or Amatisara, Pakvatisara classification, Prayoga of Snehadravyas in Atisara, Pravahika should be briefly known to you. These are questions usually asked for Viva as well as for 5 marks and short type of answer, that is 3 marks questions. So, how Anna should be given, that is Ahara Vidhi in case of Atisara, what is your Kartavya during Purisha Kshaya? Because of Atisarana, if there is Purisha Kshaya, then that Purisha Kshaya Lakshana, which you have studied in first year in Ashtanga Hridayam, those all Vyadhi can manifest. Hence, to prevent upadrava, what you should do, that has been explained in the Charaka Samhita, that you should know in brief, that what you are supposed to do. Ichabasti is an important yoga or important mode of chikitsa which you should know. What is Raktatisara and its chikitsa uh, explained, and when Rakta Stambhana should be done, when Stambhana should be done for Atisara, when it should not be done, and prayoga of virechana in Atisara, Amaja Atisara, if it is there, then you have to give virechana there. Because yatha amamalam alasibhutam sadhyam tvaritam pitva sogra patufale varimushnam chayojayat. Whenever there is amavastha, it should be treated at the earliest. So in amatisara, in virechana is advised. In pakvatisara, stambhana can be done. So where to do stambhana, where stambhana should not be done, that you should know very well. So pipalyadi churnam, Atisara Hara Yoga, and Atisara Mukta Lakshana is very, very important. Atisara Mukta Lakshana and Upadrava of Atisara, you should be knowing very well about Atisara. Then comes the next last chapter for my slot, that is Chardi Roga Chikitsitam. So that is in Chardi, you should be knowing the types of Chardi, Vataja, Pittaja, Kafaja, Tridoshaja, and Dvishtartha Yogaja Chardi. This Dvishtartha Yogaja Chardi is usually asked question in case of short answers as well as in case of Vaivavos. So you should know Samanya Samprapti, Samanya Nidana of Chardi, and Vishesha Nidana, Lakshana Samprapti of different types of Chardi, Vataja, Pittaja, and its Chikitsa Siddhanta also, and Chardi Ripu, which is explained, that you should be knowing what is Chardi Ripu and Chardi Nashaka Yogas, and what is the Chikitsa Siddhanta in case of what you call Jirna Chardi, that is verse number 46 and 47. If you know, it is well and good. So this particular verse explains how the chikitsa should be incorporated in case of Jirna Chardi. Jirna Chardi is chronic. Jirna is chronic. So Jirna is not digested and then still it is causing Chardi. No, it is Jirna Chardi is chronically manifested Chardi Roga Chikitsa. So, in total, you should know classifications very well. You should know Vishesha Nidana of every disease. You should know Vishesha Samprapti of every disease. And in Chikitsa Sthana, may it be any chapter starting from Jwara to Univa Chikitsa, Bheda, Samanya Samprapti, Vishesha Samprapti, Pururupa, Lakshana, and Samanya Chikitsa Siddhanta are very must you should know in detail, and especially the different formulations explained only in those particular chapters should be known to you. I can give Trifalaghrata in Netra Roga also. We can use Trifalaghrata in Udara Roga also. We can use Trifalaghrata in Kushta Roga also. That is immaterial based on Falashruti. But where Trifalaghrata is explained, that particular chapter, the particular yoga, you should know with a confirmed information. You just cannot say ki blah blah, it may be explained, might have been explained. No, straightforward answers for particular yogas is uh, expected by the authors. So you should be knowing all those particular concepts in case of Chikitsa Sthana. So with this, I hope I have uh, given justice to my designated work regarding your examination. So if you have any doubt, then I'll be ready to uh, help you out in this particular aspect.
Thank you, sir. Sir, that was more than what we wanted, because um, now now I myself feel confident to answer the questions that can come up in these chapters, because now I clear cut clarity about these things. I'm pretty sure that the students also have got the same on these chapters, and we all will be very thankful to you for teaching us and making and giving us the confidence in this section of Chikitsa Sthana, because Chikitsa Sthana is one thing, actually all of us feel quite difficult in Chikitsa Sthana itself. So really thank you, sir, for clarifying and telling us to attend this part very confidently. And I'm pretty sure everyone who have attended the session have also felt the same. And thanks for taking up the call and taking the session despite all the technical issues and your busy schedule. I think now also you have to go to some work after 9:30. You said so. So I think we are really grateful to you, sir, because despite your busy schedule managing classes, OPD, patients, and everything, you manage time for us to take a class. It's been 2 years since knowing you, and every day we get really inspired by you. The amount of work you put in for the students and the good of the people. Simultaneously, you teach the students like us as well as go and treat the patients outside in the world, propagating Ayurveda in both the ways, preparing us and the patients too. So you are like a hero for us, sir. So thank you so much for today. And if there are any questions, I will forward it to you, sir, and I will forward your answers to the students.
Fine, fine.
Since you have to go somewhere. Yes, sir.
Done. Done. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you
you,
for
Karthik and
okay, sir.
team,
Thank
for wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
thank Thank you, sir. Once again, we were really glad to have you today. Thank you, sir. And I'll
Okay.
end the session now.
Thank you.